The timestamp it is April 5th, 2026, approximately 5 o'clock a.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped them poles, so it might be western, but then again, I don't know. But I know one damn thing. On that birth certificate or that certificate of live birth, they named us. And they put our names in all caps. So that means that they were standing on business when they named us. So I'm D'Amica. It's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. I'm finna stand on business, and we about to open up some portals and reveal some truths. And this transmission, beloveds, this transmission is going to be revolved around the Artemis II, okay? And the metaphysical meaning of the Artemis II, as you can see by the thumbnail there on Charisma's magazine online, Amanda, she posted something there that says, is this an opening portal is it a pagan opening portal? That's what she said. So as you see by the thumbnail, and the link is also inside the description box if you want to go ahead and check out that magazine, Charisma magazine, to have for your own point of view there. But we're going to tap into the Artemis II this rising and just see what's going on in the atmosphere of the Artemis II. I got my feather here. It's always about peace. Positive energy always creates elevation, but you got to have that love. In order to have that love, you have to have a heart. In order to have a heart, you have to have a soul. So let's go ahead and welcome in these energies at this time. Thank you, divine and spirit. I'm going to go ahead and light my candle that I got from Dollar Tree here. Fresh linen scented candle, white candle. And let's go ahead and get our incense together. What is this? We got polo blue type today. Swag incense. Swag incense, polo blue type in the building. This is my last one too. I got more over here, but this is the last one of the polo blue type. All right, so let's go ahead and ring this bell. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. As we welcome in these energies, we just want some information revolved around this Artemis II launch. As they will be launching into the galaxies and celestial events, what should we know revolved around this Artemis II space launch? Ashe, ashe, ashe. So with that being said, we're going to pull on, before I pull on anything, let's go ahead and read up what is the metaphysical meaning of the Artemis II here, okay? So we got the Artemis II mission is scheduled for 2026. It holds profound metaphysical and symbolic meaning, serving as a bridge between the mythological past, technological present, and an expansive future for humanity, okay? So here are the key metaphysical and symbolic meanings associated with the Artemis II mission. The return of the divine feminine and untamed power. Symbolic return. Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo, is the Greek goddess of the moon, hunting, and the wilderness. Now, remember what I said about that word of, to take away from, okay? So while the Apollo program, which was 1961 through 1972, represented the masculine solar and conquest aspect of space exploration, the Artemis program represents a shift towards intuition, protection, and the wild or unknown regions of space, okay? So independence and sovereignty. Artemis is a virgin goddess who rejects control, symbolizing self-determination and independent strength. Metaphysically, she represents the part of the human psyche that refuses to be constrained by conventional limitations, seeking sovereignty over one's own path. Warrior protector. Artemis is a goddess of duality, fierce yet nurturing. She protects the vulnerable, including young women and nature. This aligns with NASA's goal to land the first woman on the moon, emphasizing protection and nurturing as part of the new moon philosophy rather than just conquest. Now let's stop right there. Let's start right there. So they said they want a warrior protector to go with them onto the moon now, and it must be a woman That's NASA's goal, because you have to remember in the beginning of this, it is a symbolic return of the divine feminine and untamed power. Correct? Stick with me. So now we're going to go back down there where NASA's goal is to land the first woman on the moon, emphasizing protection, quotes down, quotes, and nurturing as part of the new mission philosophy rather than just conquest. Stick with me. Now, bridging the past and the future, the cosmic twinhood, Apollo and Artemis interaction. The pairing of Apollo and Artemis represents the balance of day and night, sun and moon, the equator, right? Apollo represents what humanity has achieved, while Artemis represents the next chapter, a sustainable, long-term presence in space. The torch bearer and enlightenment. So remember, there's a couple of transmissions ago, I reminded us about that torch, that flame, the passing on of the torch, okay? So the torch bearer and enlightenment. Artemis is often depicted carrying a torch, acting as a guide through darkness and the liminal spaces of the moon. Liminal spaces of the moon. She is seen as a torch bringer who will light the way toward deeper exploration, including Mars. Hello, Aries season. Welcome, Mars. All right. Transformation and intuition. The moon as mirror. The moon, closely tied to Artemis, represents the subconscious, intuition, and reflection. The mission's journey around the moon is a metaphysical journey into the dark unknown, bringing back wisdom rather than just trophies, okay? So, resurrection and renewal. Some perspectives, such as those discussed in Info Vaticana, INFOVATICANA. It got Vatican in it. Info Vaticana. It got the word Vatican in it. I know that. So you know how they got their archives and shit too. So we got they view this mission as a symbolic cosmic Easter, where a resurrected humanity steps out of a 50-year silence to inhabit the cosmos with boldness, humility, and hope. Okay, so what humanity are we talking about here? I'm gonna read the rest in a little bit because we're gonna go into know thyself. No, I'll read that now. You must know thyself. Okay, so the overview effect is Artemis II, by taking astronauts back to deep space, aims to trigger the overview effect, a profound cognitive shift that occurs when viewing the Earth from space. This gives a new perspective on our fragility and interconnectedness. Okay, first of all, a lot of those energies don't have any authority operating in this manner, right? That's why they got that motherfucking deflated goddamn, what's that thing called that be outside of the goddamn, what's them things called that be outside the goddamn car shops, the inflatable joints that be all over. That's what that goddamn rocket ship look like. Anyway, inner wilderness. The journey is going to call for embracing the wildness within a connection to our instinctual selves and a reliance on inner truth and self-trust. Okay? Inner truth and self-trust. Okay? Integration of dualities. The earth versus the moon. The mission patch shows the earth, home, connection, and the moon, discovery, unknown. This emphasizes the balance of exploring the unknown while staying rooted in our shared human responsibility for Earth, okay? So balance of nature and science. Artemis is the mistress of animals and force. Her namesake program balances the high-tech, digital nature of modern space travel with a deep respect for the natural world. So in summary, Artemis II represents a transition from a conquest mentality to one of conscious exploration, y'all, where humanity is not just visiting, but coming home to the cosmos in a more balanced, sustainable, and intuitive manner. Oh, shit. So fuck what they talking about in the news. Let's see what's going on with our oracle deck, with our astrology deck, and let's see what's going on in our realm of the streets. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for those messages. Always look up the Google or go to your search engine and look up what the fuck they say. And then I want you to type in the metaphysical meaning of what you're looking for. And then you'll have a different aspect. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Planet X, shout out to Planet X. But I am saying you'll have your own perspective as to what to do, how to believe, what to believe. Shit, it's your world, it's your realm. You do as you please, all right? All right, so here we go, y'all. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to go ahead and tap into the astrology portion of this read here at this time. And we're just going to pull on some astrology. And with my astrology deck, man, we might got numbers. We might got days of the week. We might got months. We might got, I don't know, galaxies, constellations, planes, but y'all like to call them planets. And I'm pretty sure y'all figuring out that they are breaking free from their nets now. All right. See, if you think about the word planet, it's the word plane is right in it, right? Plane, right? And then they come in with that T. They come in with that cross and they put that cross there and then they encapsulate that cross there. North, south, east, west. You get what I'm saying? And then you got that S on the end. So that T is interfering with the planes. Is basically what I'm trying to say, and they called it planets. For example, I got some little works on here, but don't worry about that. Worry about what I'm trying to show you. You got the word planet, Plane. You got that damn T that I'm gonna put inside of a circle. Okay, so you got the planes, right? A planet has the T in it. You have the plane that is encapsulated inside of a net. And you know how they like they crosses and shit. The Crux constellation, okay? Them crosses, the four corners, north, south, east, west type shit, the news. All right, y'all, so let's get into the read. So for those of you that are over on Spotify, checking out the channel here on Spotify, if you come on over to YouTube, you'll be able to have a live view and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But for those that, for those of you that are over here on YouTube on the live, this video is not going to post for another maybe 11 days here, okay? So what you would like to do is you would like to head over to Spotify so that you're able to hear it on the podcast channel over on Spotify. Everything is called #Lost Souls Tarot. Yes, it is. All right, y'all. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We got our astrology deck out here. Okay. Oh, all the information in the description box. Instagram, all that good stuff. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. And shout out to Sunville Sounds. Sunville Sounds over on YouTube have been saving my behind with that ring bell. I don't know if y'all heard it, but ring a handbell. I have been very negligent on purchasing my own damn handbell. But thank you to Sunville Sounds, man, over on YouTube. A 3-hour loop of a handbell there. All right, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're here with astrology. In regard to this ARTEMIS II, what's going on up in them galaxies? What should we know? Ashe. All right, y'all, let's see what's, okay, shit, me, talk about it. We're going to start off slow and we not. Let's talk about it here. So we got the synchronization of 1, 2, 3, 4 came out. God damn. So spiritual awakening is here, right? Focus on your personal growth and those progressive steps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on manifesting your goals, embrace life and your new experiences. I say to you. All right, I'm looking at the dragon Chinese astrology, and I'm also looking at dog Chinese astrology here. I'm looking at dog, you're looking at dragon. With the dog, I'm looking at earth, west, north, west, Su, yang, green, black, red, 9th month, 3, 4, 9, Libra, rose, autumn, and purple. With that dragon Chinese astrology, you're looking at Qin, Earth, Yang, the third month, 1, 6, and 7, green, yellow, blue, spring, and this word that I cannot pronounce, HYACINTHS, hyacinths. I can't pronounce it. We're looking at the letters J and K, all right? J and K is out here. You got the equator. The equator came on out. Talk about Artemis and Apollo. The equator came on out here, right? The perfect equilibrium between light and darkness here, okay? Day and night here, okay? Reminds me of Ma'at, symbolizing harmony in nature, all right? Guess what else came out? Egypt. Egypt came out here. Bondage. Egypt is representing bondage, liberation, the journey from spiritual darkness to enlightenment, worldly attachments, place of refuge, the soul's journey through life and death. I'm looking at Uranus came on out. Aquarius is out here, right? Aquarius is out here. Libra done came on out here already because Libra came out during the dog Chinese astrology. Remember that? Uranus. Oh, Libra came out again. Look at Libra. What the hell going on, Libra? Justice, Libra, J, Justice, Libra, J, Ma'at. Ooh, wee. Raven is your spirit animal, Libra. November 23rd through October 23rd could be relevant here. That's 7. We need 6 more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What's this? Come here. I'm looking at May. Something about May and June. May, June. Shit. All the months just came out. All the months just came out. All the months. So May represents Maya, right? Abundance. Spring. Dedicated to growth, nurturing, and celebrating the peak of nature's vitality. June, Juno. We don't talk about June. Is that? Oh, it's Bruno. Nigga, I done named the nigga Juno. We don't talk about Juno. This nigga named Bruno. Anyway, June, Juno, summer, connection, a time for strengthening partnerships, commitment, and in some traditions, connecting with Fae, F-A-E. Portal number 10 is all the months, okay? So all the months came out, and that's crazy that it's portal number 10, because I believe we're only supposed to have 10 months in a year, or something like that. Or is it 9? I don't know. But each month carries distinct spiritual energies, often rooted in Roman, Hebrew, or nature-based traditions. So you got January, the new beginning. February, purification. March is growth. April is renewal, right? May is abundance. June is connection. July, power. August is a harvest. September is balance. October, transformation. November, reflection. December is wisdom. It marks the cycles of growth, introspection, and transformation here, okay? So all the months came out. The sun and the moon cycles. Birth and death out here again. Ashe. Ashe. The disseminating moon is out here, right? Finish up your finish your projects. Something's trying to finish up projects. Maybe in May, finish up your projects here. Also something about liberation, right? Your journey from your spiritual darkness to enlightenment, right? A dog and a dragon could be relevant. Seasonal rhythms are out here. Look at this shit, y'all. God damn, this is beautiful here. You got cycles of nature. So all the seasons are here. Summer, spring, fall, and winter. Spring is renewal. Winter, contemplate. Summer, abundance. Autumn, reflect. I know, that's fucking right. 3, 6, 9, 12. Divine and spirit. What's going to be our 13th and final message in regard to the astrology portion of this Artemis II, right? And don't forget, Ophiuchus was already out here. Ophiuchus going to stay out here, and so are the lost souls. That's who we represent. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer there. The 13th constellation. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Oh, what's that? Come here. Bring that ass here. Spring equinox. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at this shit. God damn. Ah! Spring equinox done brought his ass out here. Happy New Year to us all. Happy New Year to us all. It's a celestial event, okay? It's not just a fucking season. It's a celestial event. So it's the perfect equilibrium between light and darkness, divine opportunity for reinvention. You'll be able to balance and harmonize, okay? The eternal cycle of rebirth, renewal, inherit in all life. We had a whole lot of rebirth and renewal within this read right here, did we not? Just off the astrology alone, just off of knowing what the Artemis II represent, that divine feminine power, right? Very radiant, outspoken. Hold your power, divine, hold your power. Let me go ahead and flip this camera now. Let me go ahead and flip this camera so we can have our own point of view. Y'all know I love y'all. The Fae Fairies done came out. It's so much that came out in this read. Who said that? SJX Rose, Ashe to you. The Fae Fairies. So here's column 1 there. Look at that. Off the break in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand how that says? God damn. If you see 1234 today, man, pray. Manifest them goals any day. Libra, you brought your ass out here twice, though, Libra. The hell? Justice, renewal, rebirth, we're here. Here's column 2, right? And don't forget, that dragon came out as well. Y'all know a lot of my shit be front to back. I know. Right? This is column 3. And we got that J and we got that K. Maybe your name begins with a J. Maybe it began with a K. But then it also fell down here with that June, okay? Right there with that June. And then we got spring equinox that's here. The spring equinox. All right. And remember to support one another in them comments. We are here learning and growing. Don't pay attention to any flying monkeys that's in the energy. They just angry. They upset. They getting their ass whipped. And they got to go through their own dark night of the soul. And they can't because they ain't got no energy left. They ain't got shit left but to come up on these type of channels and then try to do whatever they do best. Funky ass energies. Anyway, getting that ass whipped out there by their own shadows, though. You ain't even got to do much. They whooping their own ass. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Got my pickle jar right here. Y'all was talking about my plastic bottles and shit. I got glass. Look, it's glass now. For right now. Let a motherfucker get thirsty in this plastic bottle right there with some water, and I'm gonna drink the shit out of that water. All right, so we have our 13 astrology, and we're gonna go ahead and put this on to the side here now. We're gonna put it on to the side there. Yes, we are. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit, for those messages. Very divine messages, right? Very divine. Don't be out there taking no dirty offers, y'all. Right? Dirty offers. A deal, a job, a favor tainted by dishonesty, a corrupt immoral gain, like filthy garments, right? An attempt to pollute your inner life. They wish that you had failed and were unalive. They have no respect for you, right? They are in a tempting trap. You are not, okay? They have dreams of receiving dirty money, which is torn and old and smelly. So they receive that dirty money. Those are funds that lead to financial hardships, right? They receive and give out dirty gifts, okay? Clothes, jewelry, just to steal your destiny. Yes, they do. Meanwhile, they in the graveyard digging that dirt. Meanwhile, digging their own goddamn grave. All right, y'all. Let's go to tarot. Let's see what's going on in tarot. I'm proud of myself though, because I can feel them coming in and out of the energy, out of the channel. Be cautious of a channel y'all tap into. But yeah, and I used to get irritated by that shit, but I choose to go live on purpose. I choose to do it on purpose. It's a broadcast. I'm broadcasting, right? Live, right? Casting a spell broadly, bitch, for whoever need to know. The fuck? Just like they cast their spells broadly. You understand? Mine's actually coming true though. Yeah, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You got these people on here, no shade to TikTok, but you got these people on here that's coming up on here, learning how to do spirituality off of TikTok and YouTube and I was there too. You use it as a crutch. You learn what you learn, but then you build who you are. Because you can't siphon nobody else's energy. All right, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they mad. I say they mad. Let's see what's going on in the energy of the general collective energy right now, Divine and Spirit. Just right now. Within this general collective read right now. What's going on? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. It could just be me. It could, but I feel them. What's that? What are you? Yeah, the Three of Pentacles is coming reversed. So far, there's a lack of teamwork, mediocrity, poor communication, low quality work in the energy, the inability to collaborate, lack of recognition for the efforts. And if you know this ain't your energy, you know I'm not talking about you. But you know I'm going to pull their motherfucking card every time. Every time. It didn't flip. Bring it back. Talk to me, Divine and Spirit. Talk to us. What's going on in this energy? Y'all got to understand how powerful you are. The ones that call themselves celebrities are all in your energy. Depleted ass. Five of Wands is coming reversed here. There's conflict here. Some want a truce, right? Some want to resolve shit, right? Some are trying to avoid the necessary conflicts. There's a lot who want to find harmony after disagreement, and they realize that it's the end of a power struggle. Ooh, I shit. For some, this could be childhood memories, childhood friends, nostalgic memories, family members that want you to revisit the past here, okay? And this is with fond memories. For some, they want you to go back to that childlike joy here, which could be a great thing. And then I see reunite with old friends. In my realm, I'm not doing that. But in your realm, if you feel like it's safe to do so, then absolutely do so, okay? But the childhood memories and all that, I've went back, and I love going back now because I'm able to see myself. I'm able to hug myself. I'm able to love myself and guide myself out of those situations. Because yes, you go back more than once. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's about how you deal with it when you get there in that moment. The King of Wands is coming out here. So for those that's dealing with that lack of teamwork and that poor communication, well, it's simply because you are pure energy, okay? It says you're not focused on their creativity because they're not making creations, okay? They're focused on your creativity, your passion, your drive. You take ideas and you put it into your own action here. You're a natural born leader of people. You can also take others' ideas and nurture it and give it right back to them and let them have their recognition without you taking their recognition here, okay? So yeah, you're able to take the lead. You're very generous here, okay? You look forward to all sorts of challenges. You get an adrenaline rush out of solving problems, right? You stick to goals and you ensure that it comes to reality. Oh shit, Temperance is out here. So for those that want that truce, right? There's an end of that power struggle. You're trying to find that harmony after the disagreement here. Remain calm, especially through the chaos and the anxiety. You have Temperance out here. Or maybe you've already done that, right? But what it's saying is you've mastered the art of letting go. Now you're going to address things. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it misconstrued. You're going to address it. And you're going to stand on that address. But you're not going to lose that, you're not going to let it get to your emotions too much. You're going to let them be emotional, right? You're going to let it go here. It's about moderation and balance. And you're going to be able to embrace that, right? Extremity is to be avoided within this energy because you will have a clear vision and you know what you want. You have higher learning, which is critical. You're able to adapt and work in harmony with others. They are not. You have found inner peace. Others have not, especially with what you are doing. They don't even know what the fuck they want to do in life instead of come up on here and try to come up in our energy where they're not even welcome. But I do summon energy because a lot of us, we got to learn. The Seven of Pentacles is coming out here. And it's always love to all, but they don't have no love. A lot of them, they don't have love, right? They only want to apologize when they get caught or when it's too late, when they about to be unalived or some dumb shit like that, right? Nah. Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, excuse me. The Page of Pentacles is coming out here, right? So for those that are being pulled to go back, right? Whether it's reuniting with the old friend, whether it's going back to that childhood memory, whether it's going back for childhood joy, right? The fond memories. You will have success in health and education. Good news is ahead. Money. I wrote that right there. Something about money coming through, baby. Let me hold some information in the description box. All right. And this revolves around a child, loyalty, okay? Success in a business venture, okay? Decide what you want now and jump on it, okay? Because if you can feel it in the energy, a lot of us are being pulled to figure out what we want now, right? We're not being pulled to figure out how we should be there for other entities. We are literally, divine and spirit is sitting our asses down, right? And what do you want? What exactly do you want, right? Make it clear, make it concise, so divine and spirit can back you up, but you got to stand on it. You got to stand on it, beloved, okay? So this could be revolved around a young adult, a child, right? But remember, you're grounded. Seize the opportunity. Now you are young at heart. They are not. They are depleted. All of the opportunities that they once had are now yours, but at a greater advance because it's natural. It's neutral. Theirs was forced. It was privileged. It was stolen, right? This is being handed to you because you've earned it. And you deserve it. And I'm proud of you. A lot of times we don't hear that a lot. And I mean it. I'm proud of you. Let's see what else going on. I got to open my legs for those of y'all that be on that bullshit. Fuck you. My motherfucking knees starting to hurt. We got 6 pentacles out. 6 pentacles. 6 of Pentacles might be relevant. But we got 6 portals out here. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Oh, man. I finally almost finished my little vision board. And this vision board that I did, I decided to do with just words. You know how sometimes we do the pictures, but I just wanted to make a story. And oh shit, that shit is harder than what the fuck you think. I tell you. But it's a great time to have a connection with divine and spirit and see what words you see that you could build a story on, right? For your future. So strength is coming out for your 7th portal, Aurora. Strength is here, right? So for those that is of pure energy and you're very generous, right? You're taking the lead and fuck that lack of teamwork. Yes, right? The poor communication and low quality work. You're very courageous, right? The major divine message within this storyline here is you're mastering your emotions, okay? You're showing courage in difficult situations. You're gentle, but you're firm with your power, and you're very compassionate here, okay? Oh, shit. In that second column, right under that temperance here, we got justice coming out here. So for those that are at that higher critical, that higher learning, you realize that higher learning is very critical here. You have that clear vision of what you want, and you know what you want, right? Cause and effect is here. Karma is here. The law of karma is here, right? Fairness, truth. You'll be able to make decisions with careful considerations here. And this is two divine messages within this storyline here. So you'll be able to accept the consequences of your past actions because you've walked through it, right? You found the harmony, right? You went back and you've gotten your younger self. You went back, you got your young adult self that was very traumatized. You didn't leave them. Right? They were versions of you that a lot of us tend to leave behind, and they turn into very chaotic shadows. You can't do that. Right? To where you won't even be able to recognize whose shadow it is. And it's yours. It's your shadow. Right? But that motherfucker got so out of control that because you never acknowledged it. You left it. Right along with them dirty secrets, them dark secrets, whatever it is, you never released it. You never surrender it. It's yours. Take it. All right. So justice is here. Whatever's going on, justice is here. And for those of you that surrendered it, right? You took it head on, all in. You took it. You battled through it. You went through it, right? You went through it. The dark night of the soul, right? You're going to go through it again. And we going through it now, for real, for real. You dig what I'm saying? We're purging. We're ascending. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to how you're backing away and you're becoming a lot more quiet and you're just really observing. Maybe just me. I'm just observing now. I got 2 words, probably 1 sentence right now for my children. And it hurt. It hurt like a motherfucker, especially the adult children. But motherfuckers got 1 sentence now. Now it's going to go down to 3 words and then it's going to be a nod. You know what I'm saying? Until that energy is reciprocated back. You dig what I'm saying? So the Tower is coming reversed. So for those that had that good news about that money, 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 okay, and you seized that opportunity, you took that opportunity, you remain young at heart. For those that was around you siphoning your energy, family, friends, work, investors, partnerships, whatever it is, them motherfuckers is in a crisis. And it's looming along the horizon here. They're struggling with avoidance, it's breakdowns, and it's beneficial for their truth and their growth here, but they don't understand that because they have broken you down so much that they only relied on your broken down energy so that they can be energized. No, they are depleted. So now there's layoffs, faulty foundations, which must crumble, and maybe you were part of a faulty foundation that must crumble as well. Right? Because it says decide what you want and jump on it. Maybe you did make that decision and that tower is reversed now, right? It's crumbling because it was faulty. It was dirty offer after dirty offer after dirty offer. Construction built on top of truth. Construction built on top of lies. Construction built on top of lies. Destruction is painful, but be humble. Become more self-reliant, right? Now, all they have is to work on is those weak relationships. And those are crumbling. The 8 of Pentacles came out. So the 8 of Pentacles is falling under those that are leaving with that courage, that inner strength, right? You take your ideas and you nurture them and you put it into action. You're a natural born leader. You could take someone else's idea and help them nurture it and let them have their own recognition without charging them nothing, right? You just want to see them grow and prosper. It's really folk out here like that, by the way. The 8 of Pentacles is coming out here, and this is talking about skill. You have the skill to do this. You're committed and dedicated to this, right? Now, you must work hard and focus entirely on your task, right? Always put you first. Don't be afraid to ask for help and to avoid being overwhelmed. Remember to find that balance because you're becoming independent financially. And this ain't the same routes that everyone has taken, right? You're on a whole different route being offered different offers, okay? Let me make sure. I'm about to say, let me make sure I ain't got no hole in my shit. You know what I'm saying? No, that's the black from here. But you must rely and strive to be the best, both personally and professionally. And you may need to address a lot of things within this energy. All right. So you got to balance, you got to rest, you got to retreat, but you got to be able to not back away from the questions. Don't back away from your future. right? Don't run from it. Stand on it. Stand on it. The Emperor is coming reversed. What the heck? And it's under this justice card here, right? So for those that was finding harmony after a disagreement, it was a truce, it was resolution, right? Y'all was like, fuck that. It's the end of a power struggle. I surrender, right? And then you started learning how to moderate and balance your emotions. You embrace that, right? And then you reach the stage where you've mastered the art of letting go. You have a clear vision of what you want and you know what you want. Okay. You're able to adapt and work in harmony with others. Okay. Justice is here, making decisions with careful consideration, and it's time to accept the consequences of our past actions. Well, here come the Emperor come in reverse now, okay? So now this is a divine shift that's happening within your energy that's being siphoned out of you, right? You've called your energy back, you're calling your power back. Justice is here with you. So now you have this energy that's going to want excessive control, but it's going to have a misuse of power. It's going to have rigid thinking. It's going to have the inability to adapt to change. And you'll be able to point this energy out, right? If you're not already doing so. Because remember, justice is here. They're going to be out of control. It may be an Aries, an imbalanced Aries, right? Think about a Aries is a very strong energy anyway, right? Shout out to the fire signs. But think about that motherfucker being imbalanced, yo. Oh my God. Yeah. So you got the Four of Pentacles coming out here. Is that the four? Yeah, that's the Four of Pentacles coming out here. And for those with the yeah. So you left those with the Tower reverse, right? Because it was a faulty foundation and it must crumble, right? It was layoffs, financial disaster. It was the destruction is painful, but you had to remain humble, right? Now you sitting in security, financial stability. You're very cautious around your resource management, and you've learned how to establish secure foundations. Okay, leave them motherfuckers crumbling under the motherfucking rubble that they built. They must crumble. All right, 13th message in regard to tarot. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. General overall read, 13th message here. And then we'll pull on the oracle deck. What's that? Bring that ass here. Come in. Who are you? So in the end, oh my God. I don't even want to show y'all. So remember, in the beginning, you had that lack of teamwork, right? Poor communication, low quality work, inability to collaborate and shit, and that's fine. Because in the middle of that, you remain calm through all that chaos and anxiety. You remain calm and you understood that you had to have a clear vision and you know what you want. So then justice came through. Justice was like, fuck that. Karma is here. You leaving in the King of Cups energy. God damn, you a bad motherfucker. Yes, you are. But emotionally and creatively unconscious, able to restrain emotions and fully in charge of your own impulses and your feelings. You can balance between intellect and emotions, between relationships and feelings. You have a calm and compassionate, loving energy. Your wisdom leads to respect and admiration, and you're very realistic and hopeful about your finances. Fuck hopeful. You're very faithful, right? Realistic and faithful about your finances. And just because it says king, it don't mean nothing. You don't gotta have a ding-a-ling. You can have tits in a vagina. Yeah. Thank you, Tarot. That was oh, did I show y'all? Nope. Let me put them back so I can show y'all. My fault. My bad. My bad. All right, so we got our 13 tarot cards. Remember, we already pulled astrology, and this read is basically based around the Artemis II. Um, and what we looked up earlier was what was the metaphysical meaning of the Artemis II. Okay, so just to go over it just a little bit while y'all read over these tarot cards here is overall it's the return of the divine feminine and untamed power. Okay. um So focus on independence and sovereignty, right? That symbolic return. Artemis and Apollo, right? Warrior protector. Artemis is a goddess of duality, fierce yet nurturing, right? We're going to be able to bridge the past and the future. It's called the cosmic twinhood, okay? You must be able to know thyself in order to integrate these dualities, all right? So now we're going to pull on some oracle messages and just see what's out there in the oracle field of this read here. Thank you to the tarot deck. Thank you to the tarot deck. We're going to go ahead and put tarot to the side. I'm going to put y'all over here. Yeah, it'd be like y'all be a little bit too close. Be like, What I say we was about to do? Oh, oracle deck. I had it right in my hand anyway. What's this? Astrology. Let's put astrology back. All right. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Now we got this oracle deck here. And we're going to pull on some oracle messages. We're just going to see what come out. If we get 13, we get 13. We'll take 13, no more than 13. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what's going on. All right. We got Kansas and Ohio. North American fraternities and sorors. 1874 is out here. What is Lake Champlain, as above, so below. I have some coordinates with over 437,661 victims, 37.73 degrees north, 105.51 degrees west. Keep in mind, I use this channel to connect with the mysterious, mystical, unknown cosmic beings who have now taken human form. I'm looking at Horus, Osiris, Isis, Set or Seth, Hathor, Sekhmet, Sobek, and Taweret, T-A-W-E-R-E-T. Anything that I mention as you, me, you, all of us under judgment, anything that I always mention on this channel is absolutely under judgment, right? And if we have nothing to worry about, then we shouldn't be afraid of that word judgment, correct? So Horus, the war and hunt, superhuman strength and stamina, man with falcon head, considered a protector. You got Osiris, underworld, life and natural cycles, man with green skin or a mummy, lord of the underworld. You got Isis, wisdom, magic, fertility, magical healing, woman with wings, mother, protector, healer. Seth, confusion or chaos, disguise and unmatched strength, man with the animal head, creator of chaos. Hathor, love and beauty, supreme power, eternal youth, control over man, woman with cow head or woman with lion head, mother protector of pharaohs. Taweret or Taweret, ancient goddess associated with childbirth, fertility, and the protection of women and children. Uh, Hippo, lion, crocodile, symbolizing her fierce protective nature and maternal strength. Patron of childbirth, lady of the horizon. Sekhmet, war and healing, destruction and healing, women with lion head, eye of Ra. Sobek, god of the Nile, depicted as a crocodile or a man with a crocodile head, lord of the waters, fertility of the soil, the reaper, or the rager, lord of Fayum. Ooh, shit. All right, we're going to look at the ones that we see turned up first. That's a lot that came out. You have not told lies. Whoever you are, you have not told lies. There's no need to. You know that it's going to turn into the truth, right? By now, in 2026, we know that the lie always becomes the truth. But however, they was able to manipulate the lie on other energies. It can't happen anymore. So that lie automatically ricochets back to the conjurer and becomes the truth for them. Yosemite National Park, as above, so below. Nashville, as above, so below. Yosemite National Park is world famous. Sequoias, Sequuais, mini trails, granite cliff of El Capitan, Half Dome, Bridal Veil Fall. Nashville, as above, so below. Music City, Broadway, victims from all over the world. Ernest Tubb Record Shop, haunted. Nana Push revives the beaver, loon, and muskrat, whom all failed at retrieving Earth. Muskrat had a piece on its nose and granted its kind eternity to thrive on the land. Turtle Island. As above, so below. Now, a lot of entities are in fear of financial sickness. It was never theirs. It was fabricated. All must be revealed. All is under judgment. That was Portal 9, by the way. Portal 10 this is about your ascension. Okay, this is Portal 10. It's about your transformational process. It's time to shed your older self for rebirth, right? Inner rebirth, right? For self-discovery. Progress through stages of awakening and growth. Spiritual practices are very much needed, okay? Spiritual baths, spiritual cleansings, and make it up yourself. It don't got to be perfect. It's only perfect when you do it with your own energy, right? Do it anyway. Just do it. It's no right or wrong way to do it. We just got to do it, y'all. Because it's a lot of trauma, right? There's a lot of trauma here, okay? And this affected an individual's core beliefs or spiritual experiences where they are severely challenged or violated, leading to emotional or psychological harm, like loss, confusion, exposure to those strict doctrines, manipulative leaders, especially those master teachers. I'm trying to tell you. Abusive practices, emotional pain. They preyed on a lot of innocent young women and men, boys. The innocents, the young, right? Any of them fucking master teachers. And you raggedy ass bitches that held down them women and them boys. Let me explain something to y'all that's happening to y'all motherfuckers out there. You understand? In the name of whoever your master teacher was. You RAPE them women and them men. You understand what I'm saying? You held them down. You programmed in their minds that their innocence was to be taken from them by that goddamn master teacher, whichever one it was. Okay, we could talk about the handmade tale then. We'll talk about that. Till you do right by me. We'll talk about the handmade tale, okay? On Hulu. We'll talk about June and motherfucking Serena and them. Waterford. Okay, we'll leave it at that, but keep that in mind. Okay? Whether you're brown like me or what, you held them down. You programmed it in their mind. Now judgment is yours. Now clock that fucking T. It's yours. It's yours. You ain't no better than that master teacher, bitch. No, you ain't. Give a damn. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. All them souls coming back for y'all. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of them. I don't give a damn which jail cell they claim they in. I don't give a damn, bitch. I don't give a damn. If they still out here in this jail called hell, we gonna get you. Talking about pay attention to your dreams now, beloveds. Right? A through Z. They will provide divine guidance. They will reflect your inner desires and your fears now. It will provide space for ancestral spiritual connection. It will reveal symbols. One's spiritual journey here, okay? Even those, you'll be able to connect to the universe, emotional, spiritual healing. You'll be able to transform and grow, right? There's always an older woman there trying to guide you into that Jezebel ass energy. Deceitful, lustful energy in the name of whoever their master teacher was. Male or female, woman or man, them or they. I need one more, divine. 3, 6, 9, 12. We need one more for this oracle deck. Divine and spirit. Because see, they got it twisted out here. Yes, they do. They think because they then they're gonna try to play it like their minds was they was under a spell and no, they wanted to do it. Right? They do it. They do the same things with prostitutes and things. No disrespect to nobody that's making their choices and making better choices or deciding to stay in your choice. Right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's always going to be another woman, female, there that's going to degrade you and make you feel like you have to make them choices. A lot of them is going to force you to. They're going to force you, right? But it's always that bitch. Whether she want to be a bottom bitch, whatever they call her. All them bitches going down. Every single last one of them. Just watch them like dominoes. Blink, 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 blink. Watch what I say. That's ridiculous. That's just, oh my God. I watched so many damn documentaries this weekend, y'all, that I was just like, damn, maybe. And that's why I'm putting myself through the dark night of the soul, because I've tapped into too much. I'm a little unhinged, goddamn it. So, besides making these videos, this live right here, I pretty much stay in solitude now. And I let it come. I let the thoughts come. And I sit in it, I don't dwell on them. But I need to see what the fuck going on out here. So, anyway, 13th and final message with this oracle deck here. Remember, this is about your ascension, beloved, okay? This is about you, your transformational process, and no one else's. 13th and final message for the oracle portion of this read here. What's this? Check all the condemned rundown buildings, okay? Check all the condemned rundown buildings. As above, so below. Check them all. Check them all. Especially if they near shipping yards and shit like that. Them goddamn containers and all that good stuff. Check them all. That's where they do all they dirty work. The condemned, rundown buildings hold so much energy within them. And what are they built on top of? You dig what I'm saying? It's always by a lot of ports. Okay, so that's our 13 oracle messages here. Let's flip the camera so y'all can have your own point of view. We still doing pretty good with the timing here. So we got Kansas, we got Yosemite National Park. Y'all see that, as above, so below. And of course, I'm going to flip it so we don't forget about Nashville out there that's under judgment, okay? We got these North American frats and sorors that came out here. And then you have a lot of, what is this? Is this Egyptian? Horus, Osiris, Isis. Is this Egyptian deities and gods and goddesses that came out here? Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 of them that came out here. 8 of them, okay? We went over Turtle Island, right? Nanapush revived the beaver, loon, and muskrat, whom all failed at retrieving Earth. Remember that, right? They all failed at retrieving Earth. The dirt that they put on top of the goddamn turtle. Apparently, we sitting on a damn turtle. Okay? The muskrat had a piece on its nose and granted its kind eternal to thrive on the land. So it had a piece of its faith, it had a piece of energy on its nose, and granted its kind eternity to thrive on the land. It was never their power. It was never theirs. It gave you trauma. It gave us trauma, right? Trauma. An individual's core beliefs or spiritual experiences are severely challenged or violated, leading to emotional or psychological harm here, right? I always want to send somebody to the mental health hospital or something like that when they start speaking the truth. And be aware of these goddamn agents they got out here, these espionage agents out here, that's going to seem like they're telling you the truth. But they're all part of a plan too. They are crumbling as well. All right, so now, let's see. Let's put the oracle portion up. All right, I got buzzed out here, and we're just going to look for some keywords to decode here. I have the game of buzzed here. It says, warning, this drinking game gets you and your friends hydrated. All right, so we finna get hydrated with some decodes here. All right, y'all. I say be cautious playing this game, though. If y'all drinking liquor and stuff like that, be very careful, because you will get buzzed and you get toe up and you're going to be telling everything. You know how we like to tell the truth. Don't be drunk. What's this? So, drink. If you've ever gotten a haircut that briefly ruined your life, be cautious of going out there to the barbershops and the hair salons. They selling your hair to the witch doctors. If you go get your hair cut or something like that, look, sweep your hair up. Drink if you listen to white noise when you fall asleep. Dark thoughts. So for some of you, maybe you're having dark thoughts and you're trying to listen to some type of white noise music, the thunderstorm. I used to do that too. But I just genuinely like the way it sounded. So you're listening to white noise, maybe to try to run away from the dark thoughts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if they're your own dark thoughts, you got to stand on it. You got to face it. Damn. If you call soda pop, drink. What was it like seeing cows on your way to school every day? So somebody might got a nickname, Pop, or something like that, okay? And they live near a farm area, right? Or an area you see cows on your way to school every day, right? They in the cut. In the woods. They call it the country. They on land, goddammit. What does this say? It says, go around and share which character you choose in Mario Kart. Players with the same answer drink together. Comment below which player you would choose here in Mario Kart. I think I would go with the star. I'm gonna just go with the star. Fuck that. Give me the star. Is the star in that? We got 4 right now. 4. What's this? It says drink if you've had actual intercourse in the past 48 hours. Show these virgins who's boss and throw back a drink. That's crazy. You see that shit? Y'all see that? That's crazy. Well, you better show me who the fuck boss. Ain't nobody getting this coochie. And I ain't sucking no more dick. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's the most degrading shit. I'm sorry, y'all. That's degrading to me. To me. Maybe because of the experiences I had. You dig what I'm saying? But fuck that and fuck you. Keep your dick over there. And I definitely ain't licking no goddamn coochie. All right, so we got 5 portals out here. Drink if you've ever had to run through the airport. I hope you at least made the flight. Somebody either missed a flight, somebody trying to get on a flight. Be cautious of the airplanes and the land and things like that. As we're terraforming, y'all, and the energy, the grid, be cautious out there. Make it worth something while you're out there on planes, on the boats and all that shit. Make it worth something, you know. Other than living your best life and using the rest of your money in your savings account and coming back broke. Portal number 7. Everyone cheers to the host of this get-together and thank them for having you. Oh, I sure know will. Cheers to that. Ting. And thank you for allowing me to host this. All right. If you have an any belly button, drink. If you have an Audi, what the fuck? That's what it say. Somebody grandmama forgot to put that quarter on there while you was crying. I hear the birds chirping, y'all. This is portal number 9. Drink if you own crypto. Drink twice if you own it, but know nothing about it. That's important too. So maybe you got a lot of folk out here that's jumping into crypto here, but you know nothing about it, but you have it. Beloved, learn anything that we jump into, learn about it, y'all. Don't make no quick decisions like that. Anybody rushing you for a decision is probably not the best decision for you. Crypto, I don't know about that. It just got the word crypto. Drink if your family still sends out holiday cards. Marry everything. Am I right? I don't get them no more. But when I did, I had one aunt who used to color the holiday cards, the birthday cards, and I really enjoyed that. I did because she took her time to color and things like that. I like that. I love that more than the regular birthday cards. Because someone took their time and their power and invested their imagination to do that for me. And that's powerful. If you're sick, do not drink. Do not pass go. Go home. I know that's right. If you're sick, go home. I used to work at a cafe. I promise you. When I used to work there, I never understood how folk used to be able to come in there sniffing and kind of sick and shit, and back there cooking the food or up there serving the food. You dig what I'm saying? All right, we got a poem coming out for portal 12. A poem. Drink twice if you're drinking beer or hard seltzer. Drink once if you're drinking wine. Sit this round out if you're drinking hard liquor, because we think you're probably fine. That was a good poem. 13th portal for buzzed is if you have facial hair. If you have facial hair, we must stash, you drink too. Oh, we must ask, but we must stash, but we must ask. You drink too. That's funny. We mustache. That's funny. Boom. That's funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That drink tickled me. We mustache. We must ask. You move it. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That shit funny to me, y'all. It's funny to me. Fuck y'all. So that's our 13 portals for the buzzed. Ugh, I'm trying to grab it. And then we about to pray. I'm going to read over the comments. We're going to do poetry for Neanderthal. I'm going to read over the comments, and then we're going to pray. And then we're going to pray. And then we're going to pray our way, our way. We're going to pray. Not they way. We're going to pray our way. We're going to pray. 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 Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're here with poetry for Neanderthals. Ashe. I'm trying to find the game board box so I can show y'all. For those that's new to the channel here, hold on. So this one right here is poetry for Neanderthal, right? This is poetry for Neanderthal. I took the cards out of here and I use them like this. Because I thought it would be better in this type of atmosphere where we could decode things. All right, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Where's y'all? We're going to put them inside. We're going to put them inside the box, too. Ah, shit. What's this? All right, let's see what's going on here. We need 13. Let's see what we got, y'all. And these are front to back as well. So if you got 13, then you're getting 26. You got fruit or fruit cake. I know I need to grow up, right? I know I need to grow up. But every time I hear that fucking word fruitcake, man, I swear I go to another dimension. So we got fruit or fruitcake in the energy here. And something about a dad or a dad joke is also out here, okay? Don't forget about that email and that email scam, all right? That email and that email scam, right? And a sippy cup, a cup in a sippy cup here. I'm looking at poop. 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 Scoop. Poop scoop? Check that thumb drive, though. Take that drive and check that thumb drive. You might not even have to take a drive, but they are trying to take the drive. Check the thumb drive and revolve around that email scam there, okay? A dad could be involved with his corny-ass dad joke. I'm looking at something about rock climbing or climbing here, a mountain here. Shooting star was involved. A star. You are the shooting star. You get money. You a star. All right, something about a sandcastle or a castle as above, so below. Castle as above, so below. Sandcastle, check the beach. As above, so below here. We're looking at dairy farm, a dairy farm. Dairy farm. And a farm. Wall Street and a wall. Somebody need to take a nap that's longer than a cat nap. And a lot of you are taking cat naps. Pay attention to your dreams, your little visions that you're having. This dairy farm took me for a loop here. Dairy farm. It's something farm. Farm. The substitute teacher is trying to brainwash motherfuckers, or a teacher trying to brainwash people. Focus on your brain, though, your third eye, your chakra, your crown. We need 6 more, Divine and Spirit. We need 6 more. Thank you. Just going to take the top 6 that I see. Bigfoot is on the loose. Bigfoot is on the loose and want to have a water balloon fight. Something about a balloon though, and a water balloon fight. Bigfoot is on the loose though. Something about a foot here, Pisces. Something about the feet though. Something about a foot here, okay? Pull up if you want to. You and your family. Pull up if you want to. Something about pull up though. Somebody about to pull up on a crime family. Or there's a pull on a family. Energy is being pulled within a family. But somebody about to pull up on a crime family. That's what I'm getting from that. And that's right under thumb drive. And poop scoop. Oh, shit. About to hit the fan. Because they about to pull up on this goddamn crime family over that goddamn thumb drive. I'm trying to tell you what I know. And this corny ass dad over here with his dad jokes. And something about a water balloon fight. His dad joke was probably about something about Bigfoot. And remember that rock climbing? The rock climbing, and they had to take a climb there. And it was revolved around that shooting star. Shit. It was on a summer vacation. A summer vacation during the summer. A queen bee was involved, or a queen bee was there and they was trying to swat it away or something like that. A bee, a queen. Could have been a queen with a ding-a-ling. You never know. You know how they do. But something about a summer vacation, the summer. We need to take a bubble bath. Yeah, we need to take a bubble bath. Spiritual bath there. Something about a top hat. Somebody always got on a top hat. A top hat. The hat is very significant. The hat is very significant here with the dairy farm or the castle. The hat, the top hat, like on Monopoly, the top hat is very significant here. And Wall Street, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wall Street. This is Portal 11. Wall Street, Catnap. Portal 12. It's a track star out there. Somebody running. And particularly got to do with Wall Street. They running. But we got them on photo. It's part of the photo shoot. They got on a whole goddamn tracksuit. Running from a whole goddamn lawsuit. Talking about that. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke. Yes, the fuck you do. What's a smokestack, y'all? And something about grilled cheese. And cheese. That was 13 of them. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I'm going to read the comments. Then we're going to pray. Read the comments, then we're going to pray. Love y'all. All right. Ronald Simmons Sr. Ronald Simmons Sr. was the first one that I see on here. And says, with a. What the hell, Ronald? What that mean? But what up, beloved? We got Amelia on Wama. What up, beloved? XJX Rose said the following. Hey, I love you, woman. Ashe, ashe, ashe. XJX Rose, I love you back. XJX Rose put charm and then put the Fae Fairies. I suggest y'all look them up because they could be relevant too. Cut all negative ties and energies that aren't aligned with our highest, best self. Recite it 3, 6, or 9 times, okay? She also threw up these hearts in regard to the chakra system, okay? Ashe to you. We got SJX Rose that says, I just talked about that earlier. Glass I keep from pasta sauce, etc. and pickles as well. Yeah, Ashe. Arian _P says, yeah, talk to him, sis. Ashe to you. Cameroonian said hi. What up, beloved? Rasu Black 5500 said the following. Said hi, said yes. Who is she doing? I was just doing a general collective reading, if that's what you're talking about, beloved. SJX Rose said, I appreciate it. Shit, I appreciate y'all. This called a general collective reading. I think y'all know by now, y'all know how powerful y'all are. I'm going to make sure y'all know when y'all come on this channel. It ain't just my energy. It's all of us. So we got Chief and Noah. The Virginia law that forced Native Americans to reclassify as black was the Racial Integrity Act of 1924. Chief, where you at? Salute, salute, salute. You understand? Damn, if we ain't learning, we growing. And if we ain't growing, we learning. But I really feel like we doing both. Zoran Vukasovic said thank you. Shit, thank you. Staying off the grid, 3844 said, and was confused about something. Shit, I'll get it too. I be confused about a lot of shit. Zoran said, how do I destroy flying monkeys? Cut their motherfucking wings off by absolutely not showing them no attention. And you pray, Zoran. You put that in your prayer, right? And you name them flying monkeys that's in your prayer if you can. You name them. And you ask divine and spirit to wash their ass up. Well, you ain't got to say it like I say it. You dig what I'm saying? But you know how you say it. Clip the wings off their ass. It's as simple as your words, Zoran. You and the belief that you have in it. The faith. All right. Janny Daniil said hi. Art Gonzalez said hi. What up, y'all? What up? Athera Grace, thanks for the reading. You are appreciated. Shit, you're appreciated too, beloved. Jasmine said hi. Jasmine M. Bohe, 1850. What up, beloved? Stephanie Conlon said hi. What up, beloved? Nobody, 33.6. You are divine and back at you. Tell-W2C said hi. Tony Wilson H4900 said hi. What up, y'all? What up, beloveds? Rosemary X4Z said amen, God. Amen. Tony Wilson said, I haven't had a dream for nearly 4 years. Oh shit, Tony. Get ready and get prepared. They coming back, beloved. I was saying the same things, and then now them things like pew, pew, pew. So just get ready and embrace them. If you can, write them down, right? Because sometimes we be having dreams and we don't remember. Any little thing that you can remember, start writing them down if you want to. Blank checks. 140 said, who's having dark thoughts? Y'all need to cut that out. V dreaming, love, peace to all, threw up them champagne glasses. Cheers to us, beloved. We rise. We rise, we rise. Strong spiritual eye says you wax and moon or to protect the strong mind. Huh? Hector Galvin, what up? What up, beloved? What up? V dreaming. Love, peace to all. Is sending all love, saying hi, beautiful. Hey, back at you, sister. What's going on? How you doing? We got Tell-WTC said hi. What up, beloved? Aaron Foss, 995. What up, beloved? Nadia Harm. What up with that white heart? It's all peace. It's all light. It's all love. But don't forget about that darkness, because dark matter. And then Jane's creation. I haven't had dreams either, but I smoke. Me too, beloved. And don't know if that makes a difference. So Jane's creation, look, it does make a difference. I smoke too, right? So if you want to focus on your dreams and stuff like that, cut down on the smoking. And I get it for a long time. Motherfucker, I can't survive without it. So yes, I can. But in my mind, I'm going to be going through a whole lot of goddamn changes. So if you can, cut it down. If you can, cut it down. I ain't want to teach nobody on nothing on that. You see my goddamn lips. So what I can tell you to do is balance and moderate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make it a goal. When you do want to smoke, make sure you handle certain shit. If you're not already doing so, then try to prolong it as long as you can. And then You probably feel an extra high too. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I still got to go through it myself. The only time I don't smoke is when I ain't got no weed type shit. Okay, 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 okay. So let's get into it, which is now. Motherfucker, that's probably why my skin is shining and shit. I ain't got no goddamn weed. Somebody, please, in the description box, I promise you, I'm about the best weed and I'm gonna smoke it. Just fucking cash at me or Zelle or something. Anyway, let's pray. No pressure. Here we go, y'all. Let us pray. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are all connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck was sent to us, and then it is sent back to its source. Because I am already sovereign, and because we are already free. Any agreements and any contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are already cut. They are already ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly, collective. I know I'm sovereign, collective. I know you're sovereign, collective together. We are sovereign. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. I can promise y'all. It is done because we've already won. And so it is. All right, now make sure you say your prayer, right? You can say this prayer all day, every day. But I also got this prayer from someone else. His name is Jonah Rogers over there when I was on Instagram. Okay. I'm still on Instagram, but that was an old profile that I had. And he said this prayer, but I took that prayer and I rearranged it and I made it my own. Right? Make your own prayers, y'all. Make your own prayers, whatever prayer you do. Right? Whatever manifestation you have, whatever dream you have, when you want to cut the wings off them flying monkeys, you hear me? You're going to say it in increments of three. Excuse me, I don't do that one eye shit. You're going to say it in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision come alive. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially that motherfucking darkness because of dark matter. And if ain't nobody told y'all today, god damn, I hope I'm the first one. I'm selfish as shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm a July Leo too. I want to be the first one to tell y'all I love you. And I want to be the first one to let you know that I genuinely mean. Give me a hug, nigga. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug, all right? I love y'all, okay? No bullshit. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Stay focused. Stay active. Don't ever close it again. You know what it always is. Faith over fear. We ain't got no more hope. And don't forget, we rule. All y'all. Roar. You know, I'm a July Leo. I had to say that. A fucking roar. A fucking roar. But I love y'all, okay? Oh, my God. The damn song. Don't worry about a thing like that. Because every little thing is gonna be all right. Woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Cause 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep. They were singing sweet songs, a melody